welcome everyone. We at Humans of Pharma by Pharma State Academy are focusing on different pharma stories which are based on pharma career, one's pharma journey, current affairs, and book discussions. I, Gauravi Kumari, will be your host for the day and will take you to the seventh episode for a book discussion. Today, we look at the book gives excellent insights into customer relationship management. The book is titled as CRM in Pharmaceutical and Healthcare Marketing, Creating Long-Term Partnerships over Transactional Relationships. The questions like what must be the right approach to build long-term customer relations, what strategies must be adopted for better results, medico marketing, and what traits a leader and manager must have. The book answers it all and is without a doubt a holy grail for pharma marketers. Today, we have with us a wonderful speaker and manager, Shailendra Tripathi sir, Head of Marketing, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. He is an author and also has more feathers in his cap, like being the visiting faculty in CRM, ICF and CCE coach, and also being a blogger. His current role as the Head of Marketing includes engaging customers through medico marketing initiatives and customer relationship management. Also, monitoring business performance, developing and executing strategies, and so much more. He has worked with several sales, marketing, and executive teams for over 21 years and have shared his knowledge and expertise to drive business growth. Over the years, he has been associated with some leading pharmaceutical companies in India. Mr. Shailendra is an amazing sales and marketing professional and has been in this industry for over 20 years now. He helps businesses and individuals in transformation according to the present needs for sustainable growth and development. His interest also lies in coaching freshers becoming industry ready. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of Humans of Pharma.
Thank you, Gauravi, for that nice introduction, and thanks a lot for having me here.
Thank you, sir. So let's get rolling and let's find out some wonderful information about customer relationship management requirements in today's world. Shailendra, sir, here goes my first question. I and the audience would love to know more about what inspired you to pen down this book.
That is a wonderful question, Gauravi. And since I come from the pharmaceutical industry, I realized that this word CRM in pharmaceutical industry has gained negative connotations. If you look at evolution of human beings, the relationship has been at the center of it. So this means the relationship has been a guiding principle for the businesses as well. But corporate focus has shifted to the product. This means focus more on what is available rather than what is required or needed by the marketplace. And this has put a lot of focus on the transactional relationship. And contrary, what should be there is like what is the required by the people, required by the market. You cater to that part. But as I said, that the word CRM has emerged basically when you are putting a lot of emphasis on selling what is available rather than what is required. So this is one part which I thought we should get the fact right, wherein you should be thinking about creating long-term relationship over transactional relationship. The other part, Gauravi, that triggered to me was like this industry, pharmaceutical and healthcare, has done so much to the lives of the people, but there is a very low awareness among people. So if I will ask people which was the first pharmaceutical company, probably people will not be able to recall or tell. What was the first drug available? Okay, what is the first pharmacopoeia available? So today, right from those stages, the pharmaceutical industry is evolved wherein every third tablet globally sold or maybe in states sold is Indian, right? And you all know during COVID-19, the way India came forward and contributed to the world in terms of vaccine, availability or supply. So this industry has done a lot more to the lives of the people. But people, unfortunately, the awareness about this industry is very low. So I thought there was a need of writing such a book. So that's what triggered me off.
That was a wonderful insight. Now, sir, moving on, can you please share with us What kind of audience is this book intended for?
This book is suitable for everyone who has a relation with the pharmaceutical, whether this is sales, marketing, or the people who are, at the level of decision making, and the students who are aspiring to join pharmaceutical industry, and obviously the freshers or the young professional who have just got into the industry and they would want to understand the CRM practices or the next level of the marketing in detail. So this book is suitable for them. So in a way, it is suitable for everyone, who is related with the pharmaceutical. I mean, pharmaceutical sales and marketing, obviously including healthcare.
So the dynamics of the market are changing, and this book will definitely help people understand it better. So, for our viewers, can you please explain the significance of customer relationship management in the pharmaceutical industry?
This is a wonderful question. First of all, for your viewers, I would want to take them one step before. Let us understand what is the relationship between marketing and CRM. The role of the marketing is to spread the awareness and acquire the customer. So awareness and customer acquisition is the primary role of marketing. The role of CRMs comes thereafter. This means how you are retaining the profitable customers, right? And enhancing the business from them is the role of CRM. So this means not all customers are profitable, and you should not attempt to retain everyone. That is not possible also. So CRM helps you understand who are the customer, when those are profitable for us, and we should be not only retaining but also enhancing business from them. And that's where it plays role in sustainable business growth as well. That's the broad part. If you get detail into it, there are multiple advantages of the CRM, right? Because CRM involves a system as well, and which also helps you measure your marketing efforts, and it also helps you reduce your overall cost on the marketing. And at the same time, since you have very evolved system, this also helps you, get the customer insight on your fingertips. So there are a lot of advantages of the CRM as a whole, where whether you start as a CRM like relationship marketing, or maybe when you leverage the CRM tool overall. The other part, as I was saying, that CRM helps you not only in identifying the right customer, but also there are basic concepts that we need to understand, like whether you are trying to acquire new customer, or maybe you will maintain the ongoing relationship with your customer. So what is going to be the strategic decision for you, which one you should practice? So normally when I interact with the people in the industry, or when I ask question to my student, and I ask them, suppose you are a CEO of a company and you have to increase the profitability of your company, you have three choices. One is like increasing the profit margin itself, and how you will increase? You will increase the price or MRP of your product. Number two, you have choice of reducing the cost of the capital so that your bottom line goes up. Number three is like you are you are trying to retain your profitable customer. Which one will you practice? So quite often people have their own thoughts. They reply, maybe I'll increase the profit margin because that looks the quite easier job. But it is not that easier, because you are increasing the price. It may not be accepted. Then reducing the cost of capital is good, but then 1% increase in your customer retention increases 3 to 7% value of the firm. So it is that important.
Indeed, sir, that was wonderful. And I think this fact stands true for every industry.
Yes. It is not only in pharmaceutical industry. This is for all the industry. In fact, the data I'm discussing with you is, kind of the global data. It is not related to pharmaceutical itself. I would like to give one more piece of information. If you ask why it is important, so customer switch, Gauravi, if rather I will have to say that the switching economy in India is huge, which means every year customer, they switch from one product to other product. It impacts hugely to the industry, and the data says that about $331 billion every year the entire country is facing because of the customer switching. So which means it would be about 2,75,000 crores. But then question comes whether you will be able to retain those customer or not. The data suggests that about 68% of the customer, they switch because of the service issue, and maybe about 14-15% of them, they switch because of the product quality. Now, Gauri, let us understand whose problem is this, whether this problem can be controlled or not. I mean, service issue is my issue, the company's issue. It can be corrected or improved. Similarly, the product issue is again the company's issue. It can be sorted out, or it can be improved. So if you look at these two numbers, about 82% of the time, why your customer switch is in your own control. You can do something about it. Maybe about 9% of them, they switch because of the customer, I mean competitors, and 9% another, the reason that is beyond our control. So 82% of the time you would have, or rather you should be able to control this switch, provided you practice good CRM. So it is that important.
So that was very fascinating to know. Now, sir, this makes me very curious. Though creating long-term partnerships over transactional relationships sentence is self-explanatory, can you please shed some light upon the essence behind this phrase?
Once again, I would say thank you for this question. Like these sentences are used quite frequently, like creating long-term partnership over transactional relationship. As the name itself, like transactional relationship is short-lived. I mean, there is no long-term purpose to that relationship. There is some transaction involved, right? So if that transaction is over, relationship is over there. So it could be in the personal life, it could be in the business, it could be any sphere of the life. So meaning remains the same. So transactional relationship is something which basically is okay, as I was discussing in the the parlance of pharmaceutical industry or any organization, whatever is available, you have to push that. So what you will do, you will say, okay, I will offer 10% discount. So today your customer will come because you're offering that 10% discount. Tomorrow, the moment you are not giving that discount, they will again switch to something else. So it was kind of transactional. You incentivize them with this bonus. They were there with you. Tomorrow you are not giving them bonus, they will not be there with you. So when I'm talking about the transaction, I'm talking about such transactions. On the other hand, Gauravi, if you look at the creating long-term partnership, which means partnering with you, partnering with the customers. See what happens. Customers are profitable over a period of time, right? Longer they stay, profitable they are. So how you are holding their hands throughout the customer journey and nurturing them. Data suggests that in different industry, single touch point versus when you are holding their hand throughout the journey, the profitability is more when you are engaging them for a longer period of time and you are partnering with them. So when I'm saying about talking about creating long-term partnership, I'm talking about that. If I have to give example, it is all about I just said that you longer they stay with you, profitable they are. So long-term customer retention is always profitable. Maybe it is seen that if your customers, they are staying with you a longer period of time, let's say about 10 years, the market share would be more than 40% or something like that, right? So it is important that you hold hand of your customer and you nurture them throughout the journey. So if I have to give you example, maybe in the pharmaceutical industry. So maybe let me ask you a question now. You have been asking a question to me. Let me ask you a question. When you came out of the college, right, and you started working for the first time, someone would have done some basic induction. So maybe there was bit apprehension, day 1, day 2, day 3. and day 4 you were left alone. Today I see you are doing a wonderful job. I cannot see anyone from behind. You are comfortable doing this. But you imagine your first recording. Were you comfortable the way you are today?
No, sir.
So there has to be someone who will help you understand how to do the things. You are doing good job, motivate you, or somewhere there is some correction required. So he's giving you feedback, holding your hands, helping you with the techniques so that you become expert in this. So obviously you will go with him, with the product or the services of the company who is giving you the this service. I'm talking the same thing like in pharmaceutical industry also. When SCP comes out of the college, we think him like he's doctor. Obviously he's doctor, but whether you understand what is his or her situation on the day one when he's going to the clinic, how he or she is acquiring the knowledge, and ultimately they are also human beings. They are dealing with the lives of the people. Somewhere they would need better information, better training, right? So how are you going to do the value add to their clinical practice? Not just once, not just twice, in fact over a period of time. So that is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that creating a long term partnership.
It was very interesting to know, sir. So now this takes me to my next question. So the book talks about how CRM is capable of contributing to sustainable business growth. So with respect to that, can you share how can it benefit marketers in present times?
See, if you look at the marketing approach of pharmaceutical and healthcare sectors, it has been quite traditional, and that is undergoing a transformation due to changing business environment. So I'm sure you might be knowing about NLEM, price control, GST, a couple of years before, and now COVID, a lot of things. So our the business environment is changing. So doing business is important, but how you do is equally important, right? So I'm trying to say that doing business in appropriate or ethical manner. Cost of acquiring new customer and getting profitable business from them is always higher than the cost of maintaining existing relationship, Gaurav, as I mentioned in the beginning, right? And again, how are you going to enhance the profitable business from them? So in pharmaceutical industry, the drug discovery cost, marketing cost, and customer acquisition cost are very high. See, on the other hand, your competitor, they gain your prescriber very quick, right? So this is very challenging. And I mentioned also in the previous part of our discussion that customer switch is kind of pandemic. The challenges, if I have to count, are like high cost of drug development, high marketing cost, poor product differentiation. So if I have to say that pharmaceutical products are becoming like commodity, right? So there is no technological differentiation between one product versus others. The clinician sees the products interchangeable. Whether I give this brand or that brand, it hardly matters. So there is poor differentiations. The next part is like high cost of the customer acquisition. As I said that acquiring a new customer is 5 to 25 times higher than maintaining the existing customers relationship. And obviously, as I said, the next part is it is very challenging to retain your customer, right? So these are the challenges which any organization, any industry would face. It is not only the pharmaceutical and healthcare. So the next part, in order to reply to your question, is that this is why, as I said, these 4 5 challenges, the customer relationship marketing is important in pharmaceutical and healthcare industry to practice as a growth strategy, right? And how this will help? This will help create long-term partnership over transactional relationship and understand where the sweet spot of prescriber loyalty mix is, right? So where you will be focusing to make them loyal, why they would use your product or services. And then importance of customer acquisition versus long-term retentions. I mean, we have discussed this multiple times today, why this is important. And then understanding the economics of relationship, like zero customer defections, customer lifetime values, so on and so forth, ABC of costing, right? And then have appropriate sales automation tools and then marketing automation tools to enhance the marketing effectiveness. So these are the aspects of the CRM that kind of will help you drive your business growth, or will help you have the profitable business growth. So
that was a very interesting and intriguing, I'd say, discourse. And thank you so much for sharing. This brings me to the last but not the least question for the day. Any suggestions or advice that you would like to share with the pharma students and the professionals in our audience?
When we are talking about the students, so I have my own the suggestion for them. Since we are discussing about the book, I would limit to the book or reading habit, or acquiring the knowledge. Yes, what I have noticed that the quest of getting information, reading books amongst the students and the young professional is going down. So I would say that you keep on reading each and everything. Books are the best teacher, and they will help you, understand your work, the environment, marketing as such in a better fashion. So today, my recommendation would be, read the book. I am not trying to be, I'm not trying to promote my book harder here, but I would say that at least you should, go through this. This will help you a lot.
Any advice for senior professionals or like entry level or mid level professionals?
Yes, yeah. So what is happening when the students, they are joining any institutions, probably they are going by the placement record, right? So once you are get into a very prestigious institutions, you think that now placing you in this industry is their responsibility. Probably you become complacent somewhere. You have to work more harder, acquire more knowledge, and you have to be like practical oriented. Once you are into any organizations, obviously you should have a good mentor, right? Maybe in your 20s, so that you acquire a good knowledge. Do not bother anything, you explore. This is the time, this is the age where you can explore. But then definitely I would recommend you guys to have a good mentor who you think can help you, and you just follow him or her blindly, right? And you will see the amount of the learning or the growth happens in your own knowledge, or maybe in your profession. So it is very, very important. Somewhere we try to acquire some knowledge from this source, that source, without validating whether this is good or not. Obviously anything you acquire in terms of the knowledge would be good, but something which is very particular to your profession, your need, your requirement, your development, I think having a good mentor or coach will help you. So my recommendation to the young professional who have just joined the industry, definitely I would recommend you to have the good mentor, and then go for a good boss in the early stage of the life. He or she will teach you the lesson of the life, which will build your foundations. Do not go behind the big brand name, or maybe the, I don't know whatever is your dream. It will come to you automatically. So these are the two pieces of advice today from my side, Gauravi.
Thank you so much, sir. That was brilliant. And I'm sure the people in our audience will benefit so much from this. I'm sure we have, all of us must have gained a lot of knowledge today. Shailendra sir, please accept my sincere thank you and for taking out time from your busy schedule and being with us here and being a part of Humans of Pharma. So, and for our viewers, with the book discussions today and tomorrow and coming in the future, just remember that learning never exhausts the mind. And with this ending note, for everyone who's watching, I hope you all have thoroughly enjoyed this, and reach out if you have any suggestions for future episodes by connecting with us on LinkedIn and on other social media channels at Humans of Pharma, or by email at humansoffpharma@pharmastate.com. Thank you everyone, and until we meet again, bye.